My project is on one of the most popular sports of all time. That's right, hockey. The origins of hockey are traced back to Great Britain in and around the 18th to 19th century, in which it was a simple stick and ball game. It was later brought to North America, where the sport of ice hockey was later developed in Canada. The first indoor ice hockey game was played on March 3rd, 1875, at McGill University in Montreal. By the late 1800s, ice hockey competed with lacrosse as Canada's most popular sport. In 1893, the Canadian Governor-General Frederick Arthur, Lord Stanley of Preston, donated a cup to be given annually to the top Canadian team. This famous silver cup became known as the Stanley Cup and was first awarded in the 1892-93 season. The National Hockey League, or as we know it, the NHL, was created on November 26, 1917. Along with it came 6 teams, which came to be known as the Original Six. These teams were the New York Rangers, the Detroit Red Wings, the Montreal Canadiens, the Chicago Blackhawks, the Boston Bruins, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Stanley Cup, which is known today as the all-time prize of hockey, used to be an interleague competition until 1926, when it was decided that the cup would go to the winner of the National Hockey League playoffs. Since then, ice hockey has become one of the most popular sports in the world and has filled our homes with pride, joy, and love for this great sport known as hockey. Now time to talk about the rules. The objective of hockey is simple: score more goals than the opposing team. Each team has 5 players, 3 forwards, and 2 defensemen, along with 1 goalie. National Hockey League games are played over 3 20-minute periods. If the score is tied after the 3rd period, the game moves to a 5-minute sudden death overtime where the first goal wins. If the game remains tied after overtime, a shootout is held until a winner is determined. There are 2 main calls made by a referee. The first is an offside. This is when players enter the offensive zone before the puck gets there. The second is icing. This is when a team shoots from its side of the center red line across the opposing goal line. Each play begins with a face-off and ends when an official blows the whistle or a goal is scored. Now on to equipment. Safety is a major concern when playing hockey. A helmet is key to protect your face from possible injury, possibly from a puck or a stick. A chest protector, shin pads, jock, pants are all used to protect parts of your body from the threat of injury. Skates are the most important part of your equipment because without them, there is no skating at all. Also, if you're playing on a team, you'll need a jersey to represent your team. You also need an arena or an ice rink, along with 2 nets, hockey sticks, and a puck. The main 2 professional hockey leagues are the National Hockey League, the NHL, and the International Ice Hockey Federation, the IIHF. The NHL is considered to be the premier professional ice hockey league in the world. The IIHF is a worldwide hockey representative and is responsible for international ice hockey tournaments. Hockey can be played at many different levels. Locally, there are many different levels of skill, and in order of starting out players to advanced players, it goes House League, Rep or Select, Single A, Double A, and Triple A. The season hockey is mainly played in is winter. However, hockey can be played in all seasons, since there are indoor arenas. If using outdoor arenas, then it is understandably during the season of winter. In local hockey leagues, hockey is played during the months of September to around April-May. Hockey is a major sport that has been played at the Winter Olympics and the Paralympics. Hockey was introduced at the 1920 Olympics in France. It is played by men, women, and those who are disabled. Canada, Russia, and the US are 3 major winners of hockey at the Olympics. Hockey can be played by both able-bodied athletes and disabled athletes. Equipment is made especially for those that are disabled. This is a modified version of hockey that is able to accommodate disabled athletes, which is known as sledge hockey. Hopefully you now have a greater understanding of the game that has so many in love with it, that this is hockey.